What up, baby? This is Channing Crowder, and you are tuning in to Rolling Out After the Game. We about to laugh, because I like the bullshit.
All right, Channing, man. So first things first, congratulations on your headline show here.
Appreciate it.
I think it's your first one out of state. So, I guess just first things first, how does it feel to kind of evolve to this point in your career to headline something like this?
Man, it's weird because a lot of people told me like to open for people first, but then like I got a little cheat code because I'm cool with Duval, my dude, Desi Banks, he's coming Friday. Chris Spencer, me and him did a roast together, and he was kind of telling me. So as I talked to them, they were like, if you can go, go. And so when I did my first show, and I went up there and did, I think, an hour 10, and I was like, right at hour 10, they were like, you can't open at hour 10. Like, you got 10 minutes in the opener. So I did it, just jump off just to jump out the track, and first out of market. But man, it's a saying I got on my radio show. We say funny's funny. So like funny's universal. Another dude, Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan talked to me when I told him I'm about to start doing stand-up, and he was like, he was like, you can learn how to be a rocket scientist in a book. You can learn how to be an astronaut in a book. You can learn how to be a brain surgeon in a book. You can't learn how to make people laugh. That's natural. So it's just like, if you got it, you got it. So everybody's been asking me if I'm nervous about the first out of market show, and I'm like, nah, man. Motherfuckers from Detroit know what funny is too. Just like, dude, people in Florida. Yeah. I got Spice Adams, I got Lou Young, I got my homeboys there with me, both ball players. Yeah. Transitioning to this side of this craft, I would say. Right. So yeah, man, just having fun, man. It's a lot of fun. It's probably the only thing that's ever given me a rush like ball playing did. I do a lot of stuff. I got a lot of jobs, but this is the only thing that gives me that like rush of 500, 1,000 people sitting there waiting for that punchline, and everybody falls out laughing. It's like making a big play.
No, 100%. And Channing, I had to keep it real with you. I had to keep it a beam with you. So I met the family, I met the team and everything like that. I dapped you up twice.
Yeah.
Not once, twice. And I asked you the first question, but I do have to just get this out the way. So one take that always sticks with me when I think of you in your career, your media career now, is the Deion Sanders episode on I Am Athlete, and you going against the grain with HBCUs.
Yeah. And
I want to ask you, because you doubled down on it, after the Jackson State thing, and I was like, why is he so against because to me, I was playing it while I was so kind of befuddled by it. Mm-hmm. It was because it was kind of like black people were coming up with this thing of, if we put our money and our attention, our talents into this thing, we can be this. Eventually, it's going to be rough patches, but shoot, when you got someone like Deion Sanders, it help you a little more with the growing pains. Yeah. And you were just like, nah, F that. We going to Florida, we going to SEC, we going to Alabama. Yeah. It's like, why are we continuing giving this to white people? Yeah. So now, I have you right here. Explain why you doubled down.
Okay. I don't not want it to happen. We're just too far behind. It's just too far. It's like us coming up now. It's like what I say, like with media. Yeah. How ESPNs and the podcasting has really moved black people forward, because now we can own it. Like the pivot. Right. But we own it. Right. Me, Fred, Ryan, we own it. But with HBCUs, I know to be a Bull Gator. I'm a Florida guy. I went to UF. I know to be a Bull Gator, there are tens of thousands of people that donate over $100,000 a year just to have a little sticker on their collar of their suit. Thanks. It's so much money pumped into those universities. So my wife, when she took me to Howard for the first time, we go to Howard, and I'm used to Florida. I'm used to stone crabs and sirloin steaks every night. I'm used to unlimited meal tickets where I can go in there all day, 24/7, and get me a steak, get me whatever. And 96,000 people, 96,000 person stadium, $4, $5, $6 million weight rooms. And I went to Howard, and I'm like, this is where y'all play? Like, this is the football field that you play on. My high school field was bigger than that. So I'm not against it. I'm not saying I don't want it not to happen, but I just, I honestly know it's so far removed. And then now with NIL, it's even getting worse.
Yeah.
Because you see these dudes like Caleb Williams about to get drafted.
Right.
Bro, that dude's worth $5 million leaving USC.
Yeah.
Could Jackson State do that?
I think if Shador stayed at Jackson State, I think Shador would be worth $5 million.
Uncle Prime, that's my ace. I love Coach Prime. That's my man. Talk to him, text him all the time.
Yeah.
Why did he leave? Why did Ed Reed leave?
Right.
Bethune. The resources aren't there. It's just you went to a big school. Ed Reed went to Miami.
Right.
Prime went to Florida State. And you know what that is. And then you're looking at your stuff like, what could I do if I had the PWI, predominantly white? Like, if I had that,
right.
It's just it can't. I think it's too far back to get there. So I want it to. I would love it to. I would love the top athletes to get there, but I know that Appalachian State can't give one of these top quarterbacks $5 million in 3 years. They just can't do it. So if it's my son who plays baseball, who plays football, basketball, my daughter who's a crazy tennis player, who's an amazing basketball player, I can't push them to go somewhere if these people offer them $1 million a year.
But look, I see it like this. It's like, okay, so you agree Shador would have got $5 million if he stayed at Jackson State?
He wouldn't have.
No, I can't go.
Who?
Shador would have got $5 million.
From who?
Whether I don't know who he signed to footwear, but if he signed to footwear, all the other commercials he doing KFC, and I think it's because he's got that push of being Deion's son and a quarterback. So you being Channing, you headlining at the draft, you headlining in these different markets. Not only are you on one of the more popular sports podcasts, you're also a rising and budding comedian. Mm-hmm. So your brand's gonna go up, and you're a former NFL player. So, this Channing Crowder's son, we gonna give him the especially if he balling. So I'm like, I feel like your son and your daughter can still get $2,500,000 at an HBCU because based off of being your kids,
they would get $2,500.
Oh, not $2,500.
$250.
A quarter mil. Yeah.
And they can get $1 million over here.
Yeah.
Simple math.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Like, I understand what you're saying, but the numbers will never be what they can do. At Florida, it's a place called Main Street Chevrolet.
Yeah.
The dude that owns it, he sells all the cars in Gainesville. Yeah. He's one of the biggest supporters of Florida.
Yeah.
He's a multi. I don't think he's billion, but I'm talking about $100 million dude. All they gotta do is ask him.
Yeah.
Hey, shoot me $5 million. We got a couple recruits coming in. Oh, no problem. I love Gainesville. I own every car dealership in Gainesville. $5 million, nothing to me. Do those HBCUs have that?
No.
And that's the thing. I'm not saying I don't want it to be there.
Right.
I just know being in the SEC,
right,
seeing the experience I had at the predominantly white institutions,
right,
it's just there's too much money, too much boosters, too much resources.
right.
The weight rooms.
Yeah.
He had Ed Reed on the show.
Yeah.
We asked him why he left.
Yeah.
He was just like they weren't really helping me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I would love it to be that way.
And Ed Reed didn't leave too. Just to get this on record, Ed Reed didn't leave, but them could. They pushed him out.
And go watch the. I do a
shameless
shameless plug. Go watch the pivot.
Yeah,
he explains it all to you what happened. But he said the same thing. Like you're so used to this, and I don't see that. Now, if I was to visit, whatever it is, one of them, the HBCUs, and I walk in, I'm like, this weight room looks like Florida. Oh, these boots. Oh, y'all gotta look at this training hall.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at these dorms. Look at this. You just saw. It was one university where the people rioted. HBCU rioted because it was mold and roaches in the dorm room. I'm gonna send my kids there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not about what I want. It's about what I know.
Yeah.
So I would love HBCUs to be SEC,
right,
but I know they're not.
Right.
And as a father, I want my kids to have the best. I want my kids to have the best resources. Now with this NIL, I want my kids to get paid. I would love my son and daughter to be millionaires as sophomores.
Right.
Yeah, go get that bread. And daddy gonna teach you how to manage it.
Yeah.
Now you set for life before you even get in the real world.
Right.
And that's what they could do with what's going on now. So I really do think NIL is gonna push HBCUs further behind those Power 5 schools, predominantly white institutions. I think it'll push it further back because there's not enough money to get those type of athletes to come there.
Right. Okay. Well, I appreciate you answering that question.
Bro,
like that.
any question you want to ask?
Yeah. But that was just something like I had to, because I felt like I would have felt fake if we would have had the interview and I didn't even ask you about it.
Oh man, 100%.
Man, that Channing dude.
It's not that I don't want it. It's that I'm very real. I'm a realist.
No, I feel it.
I'm very analytical and I'm real, especially when it comes to the money and comes to decisions making.
Yeah.
Where emotions are a waste of time.
Yeah, no facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
progress
is real.
It's a whole nother conversation, but a lot of people say that like that's kind of one of black people's downfall is that we get too much into how we feel as opposed to the facts. So feelings over facts. Anyways, moving on. I saw you one time. It was the night before. It was like one SEC Media Day when SWAC and SEC had the thing in Birmingham. So kind of all the reporters, all the media were there, and we were at like a Dave and Buster's or something. And the Bucks and the Suns were in the finals. And you were at the bar, and like everybody was coming up to you. You speaking to everybody, giving everybody time of day. I met a photographer who's shooting the show tonight. And he said he met you like last night at a club. He was just shooting. He was like, "Oh, come on over to the thing." Like, where did that hospitality and kind of just warmness come from of like inviting and being so kind of welcoming to everybody you come in contact with?
Ooh, I think it's natural. I'm an extrovert. Like I love talking to people, and it's almost still to this day. So even starting at Florida, so I got to Florida 03, and like it's still funny to me that people get so excited to meet me. So even 21 years later, like when people see me and they smile or they walk up, I'll be like, "Bro, how you doing?" Like my thing I always say is I just kept growing when y'all stopped. Like y'all could have been me. I was 6'3", 240 and could run a 4.5.
Yeah.
And that's why I was athletically talented, but I'm no better than anyone else out there.
Yeah.
When I meet people that are famous and I want to talk to them, the Lawrence Taylors, Floyd Mayweathers, who else? When I met Shaq, like I was the damn brother, you Shaq, like bro, you Shaq, like you know what I'm saying, like Kevin Hart, bro, you're Kevin Hart, like so I've been on both sides of it, and so why wouldn't I give everybody the time of day? And I even get people, my family gets mad at me because we'll be like, "Hey, we gotta go," and bro, I get up and when I'm in Publix, when I go grocery shopping, I'm never out of the store 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Cause I'm walking to get
2.5 hours is
I'm walking to get Lucky Charms.
And
the dude turns the corner. My wife doesn't even go shopping with me because I turn the corner and I see the dude light up to see me, and I'm like, bro, these 5-10 minutes that I spend talking to him, answering his questions, that makes his day. Like that changes his day in an enlightening way.
No facts.
So I can sacrifice 10 minutes of my time. And I ain't got nothing to do. I don't go work till 2. It's 9 a.m. So I can give him 10 minutes. I can get this next lady 5 minutes. I can get this next lady 3 minutes. I can give them all that, and they're gonna go tell that story for the next 10 years of their life, and it's gonna enlighten it. It's gonna pick them up. Where I don't remember their name. Everybody be like, "Hey Josh, hey Sarah, hey Linda, hey," they gave me their name. I don't remember that shit, bro. But they're about to go tell their spouse, their kids, their boss, their aunt, their uncle, their mom, their dad. They're about to tell them all the story. I just met Channing Crowder today, and it's gonna uplift someone else, and that's why I do it. It's not, it takes time, but it's just nice, man. I'm just a country nigga, man. Like it's really like I was almost gonna name this tour. I couldn't do it because of how I said it, but it wasn't dude. You probably know the word that I was gonna replace it with. I'm just a dude from Atlanta. Like that's what I want to name it. Like I'm really just a dude from Atlanta. Like I could run faster than y'all. I could jump higher. I could, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just a dude from Atlanta.
I didn't
bro.
know you was from. I didn't know you. I thought you was from Florida.
Yeah, I'm just a
because
dude.
you played in Florida.
And that's why I went to UF and went to Miami, so everybody connects Florida. But I'm really just a dude.
What school you went to? High school you went to?
I went to Roswell for 1 year and then North Springs.
Okay.
Usher went there. Raven Simone went there.
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
Okay, so right there on Roswell Road. So I
yeah.
went to North Springs sophomore, junior, senior year.
So you went around the time of Pac-Man?
Me and Pat, cool. That's my age. I text Pat this morning.
Yeah. So you
Pat,
went around.
Ahmad Carroll.
Yeah.
That little time, we was all in the Super 11 together. When Atlanta used to
yeah,
have Super
yeah,
11, we was all in the Super 11
And
together.
Eric Berry was a couple years later. Cam Newton a couple years later.
He be younger than me.
Yeah,
Cam might be 8 years.
Yeah.
Because I just turned 40. Cam probably ain't but 30.
34.
Whoa, yeah, maybe 32, 30.
Yeah.
I think even younger than that. Cam was way after me.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, man, all them dudes that we in the Super 11 together.
All right, for sure.
I think the Super 11 I was in, I think 9 dudes made it to the league out of my
That's
Super
crazy.
11 my senior year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Atlanta has some dogs, bro.
Yeah, no, I know.
We had some stick right there.
I know. I'm in the Marietta.
Okay.
So I'm already know.
So Marietta beat Roswell and Jermaine Phillips in the championship basketball.
Yeah.
My sophomore year.
That was Patrick Ellis and them. Patrick Ellis.
It was whoever that long nigga was. He was D1. That boy was a dog. They played at Roswell earlier. Everybody came and I said, yeah, they can score on that. That nigga about to kill y'all, man. That Joker had jump.
All right, for sure. But going back into this, a couple months ago, I covered the Brandon Marshall Cam Newton show, and just to see, like you say, this new shift of athletes going into media and podcasting and using their personality, but also like telling the narrative from a perspective of, we don't know as journalists, we just know from like, for me, I'm black. So it's like, I know the black aspect, but I don't know the professional locker room and what the coach is saying and stuff like that. You guys have that kind of angle and stuff like that. How do you think it's benefited media and kind of the narrative set that we've seen?
It's benefited because we don't need no alley-oops. Like if you see what it used to be, like they would bring on athletes, and let's be honest, 90%, 80% of athletes are black.
Yeah.
And they would have, even if he's not a white dude, he's not an athlete, but he's throwing questions to you.
Yeah.
Why can't we ask ourselves questions? Like, what do we need that for? What do we need a point guard for?
Yeah.
All
right.
And that's what the podcasting did, was give us like, okay, they want to hear about what we thought in the Super Bowl. So a dude that didn't play, and not bad mouthing anybody, say there's some amazing journalists, amazing media members out there. I know them all. They cool. We've had them on the show.
Right.
But you gonna ask me how good Patrick Mahomes is?
Yeah.
Why don't I just ask Fred or Ryan how good Patrick Mahomes is? What? Like, why do we need that?
I do feel like journalists are needed. I need to say that.
You do, and you do, but I think we've seen that every platform doesn't need a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we've shown. Even though, so Ryan can point guard.
Right.
RC point guard. And he's amazing. He's hosting now ESPN. He wasn't hosting before the pivot, and then the pivot kind of opened people's eyes. Like,
yeah.
So he can analyze and point guard?
Got him that payday too.
So he can analyze and point guard.
Yeah.
So why can't he just be here on both ends?
Yeah.
And I think that's what podcasting is. We really didn't know, or I don't speak for Freddie and RC. I didn't know how far ahead we were 2.5 years ago of the trend. I thought Breakfast Club, $1 million worth of game, all the smoke. Like, I thought they were like, okay, they figured it out, and now we'll just come behind them. And then we were with them, and I was like, oh, okay, so we caught it. We caught the wave, and now there's 1 million podcasts now. Yeah. That's why you have to say everybody can podcast, but everybody can't pivot. That's one of our sayings. Yeah. Because of the fact, like, oh, okay, and then people bring it up, but it's the alternative media, but it's also the streaming. Yeah. It's also that cut the cord thing and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even want to watch TV no more. Oh, what's going on? People in Detroit telling me, like, yeah, man, when I get home from a long day, I just go and catch up on Pippin episodes and go to sleep.
Yeah, facts.
Like, I don't need to go watch any of that anymore. I just go and watch 4 or 5 Pippin episodes. I learn something, I laugh, I'll cry sometimes, and then I go to bed. I don't even need TV no more. So I don't even know, because like I said, I'm just a country nigga, but I don't even watch all that. I don't even be on social media.
Yeah.
I don't do all that. Like I go fishing and hunting and
Yeah.
all that when I have free time.
Yeah.
But I know where the world's going, and we just caught that wave.
All right, Shannon. So, I guess final things, where can people find out about tour dates, anything like that? So if they want to see you live, they can do so.
Social media. She don't even know my Instagram. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. If you Google, what was it? Search.
Yeah.
Search my name, Instagram. Search my name, Twitter. You'll find it. You'll see me. I got a bunch of fake ones. TikTok. What's some other ones?
TikTok about to get banned.
TikTok about to get banned.
Biden signed it today.
Oh, well, fuck TikTok. It's
Instagram,
no, but Instagram,
Twitter.
man. Just search my name, you'll see me, and everything will be on Instagram. Everything will be on Twitter, and crowderpowder.com. I got a seasoning line, and all the comedy show I got. This is 3. I got 4 more set up in the next 2 months. 3 in Florida. I'm trying to work on Atlanta. I'm trying to work on the Carolinas. So I'm working on it, but I know I got 4 more dates set up, and I'm gonna bring on when I go to Dew City, Nashville. So when I go to player cities, and this is this group economics thing that a lot of other races do that we don't as black people.
I mean, we tried, but then you said, no, don't go to the U.S.
No, it's the universities don't have the money to do what UF can do.
Yeah.
But when I go to any player city, I reach out to them and say, hey man, you fun, especially funny dudes, or any players, but you want to get on?
Yeah.
Cause like here, I got my seasoning, so all the food tonight has my seasoning on it. So people up here, so I can expand. Spice Adams is from here.
Yeah.
As soon as I locked in the venue, I called Spice.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm coming to your city. Come jump on. You know what I'm saying? We could bust down the money stuff, but I'm coming to your city. Lou, you gonna be here? Cause I know Lou, he's always at the events. Lou, you gonna be here, bro? Come jump on, shoot me 10. I'm gonna throw 45 at you. And that's what the thing that people gotta get together. And we gotta get together, and that's what I'm gonna do with every city I'm in. I'm calling anybody I know there and saying what business or how can we work together on this? How can you elevate this show? And how can I elevate your business? And that's the thing that I'm trying to do with a lot of these new business ventures I'm in.
I appreciate the time so much, and thank you for stopping by Rolling Out after the game.
All love, brother. Yes, sir.
Sir.